I'm generating all this desire, and the object comes, and it appears. Now, what happens to the desire? It disappears, doesn't it? It dissipates. It's no longer necessary because the object is there. The object is my desire, so I don't need the desire to pull me toward an object or pull an object toward me. However you want to. So what? And then when the object disappears, what happens? The bliss, right, appears in the object. Seemingly. It obviously can't be in the object. Why? Because the object's inert. The object doesn't have that feel-good factor. All objects are value neutral. They don't have a positive value, nor do they have a negative value. All the positive and negative values that are associated with objects are assigned by ignorance. In other words, it's ignorant to assume that an object can what? Make you unhappy or make you happy. Oh, what? That's a radical teaching, isn't it? That's a qualification for moksha. You have to understand that what the joy that you're seeking is not in the object that you're seeking, from which you're seeking the joy, the bliss, the happiness, the subjective feeling that you're looking for, that feeling of being complete and whole and adequate and free. That feeling, which is the same as love. You love yourself when you feel that way. And when you're full of desire or fear, you don't love yourself. Right? Just a simple thing. Okay. So, now, the object appears, the desire disappears, and I assume that the joy is in the object. It's a normal mistake. Don't obviously, don't feel guilty about it. Because you aren't responsible for the setup. Understand? Ignorance is the setup, and you don't know you're ignorant, and ignorance has put you in this position, and what? And you think you're a failure because you don't get what you want, or you think you're a success because you do get what you want. So all of your self-esteem, your value for yourself, is riding on what? What you get and what you don't get. In other words, in the satisfaction of your desires and fears. Whether you've avoided the things you fear or what? Gained the things you desire. Now what's wrong with that picture? Well, we call it samsara. So it should be samsoro. Samsori. Yeah? Because no matter how you keep pursuing different objects in different ways, in different manners, but the result is always the same. The satisfaction of the desire leaves a vasana, a trace. And that trace causes you to want it again. In other words, to employ the same strategy for getting happiness again. We call that bondage. That's the opposite of freedom. Samsara means I'm bound to what? To this doer, desirer, enjoyer entity in me. And the doer does actions why? For the enjoyment of the results. Now I want an enjoyment that's always present, that's always satisfying. And no object or activity or situation or experience is going to solve the solution, is it? It's going to give me that solution. It's going to solve that problem, let's put it that way. I need to really assimilate this before I can proceed on this spiritual path. Because if you can't assimilate this, if you're not ready to turn your back on the pursuit of objects, then Vedanta is not going to work for you. Because you got to be looking in the right place. And looking out there is not the right place for your happiness. That's all. And unfortunately, because of what? Because the way the world is set up, everybody else is doing it, chasing objects. And I think I'm a person like everybody else, and I've been told I should want those same objects by mom and pop, and particularly the culture. Whoa, hey, listen, you know the driverless cars? You know are coming up? What do you think that's all about? That's all about turning us into 24-hour consumers. Because when you're driving, you can't be buying on the internet. Huh? They want to eliminate all the commutes and all of the travel in the automobiles because your attention can't go on the internet. You can't be buying stuff. But if you're being driven here and there, what are you doing? You're sitting there tickled by your fears and your desires. You go on the internet looking for a solution and you push buy here. You think it's all innocent and for convenience, don't you? Huh? No, ignorance is hard at work. Ignorance is giving you the business 24/7 and you don't even know it. Think about it. Huh? Yeah.